Hey y'all, you're gonna see me talking a lot more about chakras because even though every enlightened person I know, like truly enlightened, not enlightened, um, talks about chakras and the importance of them, and I've known that for 20 years, like I didn't really get it until quite recently because as I've been focusing more and more on my chakras and brightening them myself, which no one else can do for you, they can do chakra healing. It's not going to be the same as if you really work on yours. Um, Unless it's someone who's working on the causal plane, and that's a whole different matter. So, as you work on your own energy body, manifestation is way easier. What you ask for comes in ways that you would not even imagine. And I'll tell a story about that in a moment because it happened yesterday and I was just like, wait, what? And so, um, and according to yoga, we have three major meridians that go through our body. We have one central and two that are on the left and the right. So we have the Ida, the Pingala, and the Sushumna. Now, the Ida, I hold out my left hand because Ida ends at the left nostril and it begins at the left tailbone, and it's the cooling nostril, okay, or meridian. And then you got it, the one on the right. Um, the Pingala is the heating, okay, and this is where we have the word Hatha. Hatha means hot and cold. Okay, so it's purifying these meridians, and their crossing points are where the chakras are. Okay, not chakras, chakras. Okay, so let's say at the throat, that's where the Ida and Pingala are crossing. Right at the heart, that's where they're crossing, and then they come around. They come around up to the throat, and they cross again, and then they cross. Okay, so here we can notice which one's more active by which nostril is more active if you blow. Right now they're about balance for me, but they're always changing, like every 2 hours, 2.5 hours or so, they're changing. Okay, which one is dominant? A little more cool, a little more hot, or just right. All right, so then we have the central channel, which is the Sushumna. Now, most people don't have enough energy going through their Sushumna, which is problematic because our energy gets too externalized. We're not authentic. We're not grounded in ourselves, our own central channel. We're trying to accommodate everyone else or off in a direction that's not even aligned with our soul. And so coming back home, anchoring down into ourselves is super important. And the more you do it, the easier life becomes because you're soul aligned instead of head aligned, personality aligned, all the beliefs you've been fed from other people aligned, your soul connected, right? It's like being anchored into your body, into your soul. So, one of the, and this is how effortlessly things can come about. Last week, a woman came to mind, and I was like, you know what? I would like to reach out to her about her space because I think it would be really cool to like do some programs in her space. It's beautiful. It's not used very often. This and that. And I was like, shall I like email her or something? Call her? And my guides were like, no, Kathy. And then so I thought, oh, maybe that's just not for me. So yesterday I went to a program of Hawaiian music. It was beautiful. It was put on by these older women, kapuna, who have grown up in Hawaii, and they've really done a lot to cultivate the spirit of aloha here, and who should be sitting right in front of me but this woman I had wanted to reach out to. So when we were leaving, I was like, oh, hi, and she said, do I know you? And I was like, well, I've been around. And as we chatted and I told her what I was thinking, she was like, I have been thinking I want someone to come into my space. And so see how soul aligned that was for each of us, right? It's a thing where it's not coming from the ego being like, oh, I should do this thing. And it was effortless. And that's how effortless manifestation is. I'll give you another example. I'm giving a dolphin retreat in the Bahamas in June. And there are 2 retreats, and each of them has only 7 spots available. And I hadn't even started getting the word out about the first retreat. And then the captain, who's so lovely, was like, Kathy, how about the down payment for the second retreat? And I was like, oh gosh, I want to make sure that there are people, who want to come and this and that. And then I said, okay, universe, if you want me to go ahead with the second retreat also, just bring me the money today. Okay, bring me the money today. And that day, all that money showed up. All right? So it's about what's soul aligned. You no longer have to ask others because it's really coming home to yourself. And only you know what's truly aligned for you. So the more you get in touch with your own chakras, the more you brighten them, the easier life gets. And over time, over the next months, I'm going to provide tools for helping you to get in touch with those chakras, because at the speed of evolution of this planet, and this planet's magnetic field is actually changing. Science will show that. Science is showing this already. Not will. It is. And, with the light that is coming onto the planet now, both solar flares and like esoteric, spiritual light, our energy systems need to keep up. Because if they don't, it will be painful. Emotionally, physically, mentally painful. So I'm here to support you in evolving, and I will try to tag another video up there to help you in the meantime between now and when I post the next video about chakra healing on your own terms. All right. Post anything below about the chakras, what you would like to learn, and I'll put that into the mix and see what comes out. All right. Aloha.